And we are back with yet another episode of the most quotable films of all time. This time, starting with the letter U, and we were running a little thin on these, but you slipped a Star Trek one in there, The Undiscovered Country. And someone over here is very happy about this, wearing a Star Trek t-shirt. But yeah, I'll allow it. Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country, definitely quotable as all of the original Star Trek movies are. So I guess I'll let you do the honors on this one. What's your number five?
Well, before we do number five, uh, this was like the last movie that the original Star Trek people made. So
Yeah,
it was kind of sad in a way, but it was
yeah,
also, about racism.
hmm
Uh, the Klingon Empire was going to expire in like about 50 years if the Federation didn't help them.
right,
So they, Spock with his father decided to help them, and the Enterprise and crew were scheduled to bring the ambassador uh, for a meeting to make a truce and work together. And
right.
Klingons hated the Federation, and the Federation hated the Klingons.
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, it has like a whole political thing to it, and then there's a whole murder mystery aspect to it, with the floating purple blood and all that. I like there. I even though I haven't seen it in a long time, there's things that definitely stick in your memory, especially like the whole part of Kirk being jailed and having to escape prison and all that. That's a lot of cool stuff, actually. And Christopher Plummer playing, he's always great as a villain, but as a Klingon with an eye patch,
yes.
he definitely stands out. So okay, now that we've given our,
Okay.
what's
So
your five?
this is when Kirk was imprisoned
Mm,
by the Klingons
yep.
for murder, and he was in that unescapable prison on an ice planet.
Mhm.
Uh, and he was having this fight with this alien and getting him beat up pretty good. And then he wound up kicking him in the knees. And,
Yeah.
and Marty has said,
Not everybody keeps their genitals in the same place, Captain.
That's a good one. Yeah, yeah. Had I watched it again, I probably would have picked that actually. Because I didn't see that on the list that I looked up, but yeah, that's good.
aha, looking at lists.
Yeah, I cheated. All right, very good. So my number five uh is a cute little interaction with Kirk and Sulu, who at this point Sulu is now a captain as well. And they're talking through the screen, and Kirk goes,
Sulu, you realize that by even talking to us, you're violating regulations.
I'm sorry, Captain. Your message is breaking up.
Bless you, Sulu.
Yeah, it was Sulu finally being a captain of the starship.
yeah, and making deciding to be rebellious like his friend.
Yes, as they always were.
Yeah,
Had a tendency not to follow orders that he didn't want to follow.
yeah. That's one of the things that I think always makes the original cast the best because I mean they had some of that in the next generation and whatnot, but just like all the different characters and how they play off of each other, they all bring something different to the table. And yeah, Kirk, as much as Shatner he overacts and everything, he brings that rebellious charm to the table. So
Yeah, and actually, in the movies, he really didn't overact that much, at least in the later ones. This one, he really
well,
didn't overact. He was more or less calm in this one.
for the most part, but one of my quotes later has some classic Shatner overacting. So what's your number four?
My number four was like at the end of the movie, Chekhov said to him like, where should we go now? And Kirk said,
Second star to the right. And straight on till morning.
and that was actually uh, a reference to J.M. Barrett's Peter Pan.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. That's right. Okay, so was that like the last line of the movie,
Yeah, one of
basically?
the last lines of the movie. Yeah,
Yeah, that was nice. Good one. You're coming out with some hidden gems here of this movie. I did not have that, but my next one is one I had to give one to Bones, Dr. McCoy. It's when he hears General Chang over the speakers say, "I am constant as the Northern Star," and then Bones says,
I'd give real money if he'd shut up.
yeah, you could
"Yeah,
tell everybody liked each other.
yeah, exactly." Um, so I guess you didn't have that one, right? What's your number three?
This was a Spock quote, a little out of character, but
If I were human, I believe my response would be go to hell. If I were human.
Man, another good one that I missed. That's excellent. Okay. So my number three involves Spock and also talking about being human. Uh, Kirk goes,
Everybody's human. I find that remark insulting.
yes, that was a good one. So you got a good one in there.
yeah, there's a lot of good ones. We may have one in common. We may not. We'll see.
I don't think we are going to have one in common.
What's your number two?
Spock again.
An ancestor of mine maintained that if you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
Okay.
That's when he was trying to deduce uh, who shot at the Klingons and
Right.
who the culprits were.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't have that. We may have none in common on this one. Amazing. All right, so here my number two is the overacting line that I mentioned earlier. Um, Kirk, this is they're talking about the Klingons, and Kirk says,
They're animals, Jim. There is an historic opportunity here.
Don't believe them. Don't trust them.
They are dying.
Let them die.
the way he says that.
That gives a pretty good indication as to, the tensions between the two sides. And of course, Kirk had the added
Yeah.
animosity towards him because they killed his son.
Yeah, yeah, you can't blame him really for how he feels about it, but yeah. Let them die. That's so great. So you didn't have that.
No, I didn't have that. But I had something similar as my number one.
Oh, okay.
This was Chancellor Gorkin, the Chancellor of the Klingons.
You don't trust me, do you? I don't blame you. If there is to be a brave new world, our generation is going to have the hardest time living in it.
Okay.
Which is true with like any like racial
Hmm.
problems. The present generation always has the hardest time coping, and subsequent generations it's easier and easier because the cultures have already meshed.
Yeah. Wow, we really have none in common on this one. Amazing. Well, my number one is Spock saying,
There's an old Vulcan proverb: only Nixon could go to China.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
all right, well, I guess this will be kind of easy to put together then.
Do you
Uh,
want some honorable mentions?
yeah, do you list off your honorable mentions while I put the list together? That's perfect.
Okay. General Tang uh, is in his cloaked uh, Klingon vessel, and he says to Kirk, I can see you, Kirk. Can you see me? Oh, now be honest, Captain, warrior to warrior. Do you prefer it this way? Don't you? As it was meant to be. And
Mhm.
then, let's see.
I'm gonna since we both had something about being human as our number three,
Yeah,
I'm gonna put yours because I think yours was better. The
okay.
go to hell if I were human thing.
Right.
So
And
that's good.
General Chang keeps uh, quoting Shakespeare,
Yeah,
to be or not to be. And
right.
then the game is afoot.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that was also later in Sherlock Holmes stories too.
Hmm.
Holmes would say the game is afoot. And
Right.
Chekhov says, guess who's coming to dinner when they invited the Klingons.
That was good. Yeah,
Yeah. And that was also from the movie Guess Who's Coming to Dinner.
right. Yeah, they threw a lot of references out with this one. Well, very good. All right. Well, without further ado, here are now the top five Star Trek Six undiscovered. No, wait. Is what's it called? Undiscovered Country? Is that the
Yeah,
name?
the undiscovered country.
Yes. Quotes right now.
If I were human, I believe my response would be go to hell. If I were human. An ancestor of mine maintained that if you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. They're animals, Jim. There is an historic opportunity here. Don't believe them. Don't trust them. They are dying. Let them die.
You don't trust me, do you? I don't blame you. If there is to be a brave new world, our generation is going to have the hardest time living in it.
There's an old Vulcan proverb: only Nixon could go to China.
Yeah. I second guessed myself because wait, Star Trek Five, what was that one called? It was something similar, right?
Uh,
The one where that one wasn't as good, where they're like camping in the beginning and then at the
right,
end
saying
he's
row, 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 your boat.
yeah, exactly. Let's not do that one, whatever that's called.
That would be the number one quote. Row,
Yep.
row, row your boat.
No, no, the one at the end where he's like, God wouldn't make a starship or something
Yeah.
like that. That
No,
was the quote.
Spock says, why does God need a starship?
That's it. Yep. Good stuff. All right. So now we're at closing out season four with letter W is we're skipping, of course, X, Y, and Z, and we're skipping V. We've run the limit on that one. So my from the top down choices, which I can't believe I hadn't thrown this one in the mix before, the Wedding Crashers, Wall Street, The Weatherman, and Whiplash. What do
What
you
was
have?
the first one?
The Wedding Crashers.
Oh, the Wedding Crashers. Okay.
Yeah.
War Games, While You Were Sleeping, When Harry Met Sally, and the whole nine yards.
Okay. Yeah, I missed When Harry Met Sally too. That's a good one.
And so this was a complete no comment in anything.
Yeah. We haven't had one of those in a long time, I think. Or maybe this is the first time ever. I'm not sure. But okay. So that's easy. Just taking our top twos, putting them together. So we got The Wedding Crashers, War Games, Wall Street, and While You Were Sleeping. Again, can go any direction, but you guys let us know either in the comments below or on the Johnny Radio poll, and we will see you on the next one. Oh, and if you do watch Johnny Radio, by the way, uh, tomorrow night, be on the lookout for a live stream celebrating 2,000 subscribers on that channel. We're a little behind on this channel, but we'll get there eventually. But yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Love you.
Love you too.
All right, bye.